Westfield, New Jersey is a town defined by its quiet affluence. It is a place where manicured lawns border tight-knit neighborhoods, earning a long-standing reputation as a secure haven for growing families. For the Broaddus family, that security dissolved when a single anonymous envelope arrived. Inside was a tyke's letter. The author ignored traditional demands for money, instead using erratic, intimate language to announce their presence, claiming to keep a generational watch over the property. A locked front door and a standard alarm system offer defense against a physical break-in, but they provide no protection against a voyeur operating from the margins. The author knew their names and schedules, watching from the street as the neighborhood remained quiet. This single piece of paper shifted the identity of the home. The physical structure remained, but for the family, their dream site became a place of active, hostile observation. The geography of 657 Boulevard was vulnerable. Surrounded by tree lines and neighboring lots creating blind spots, multiple houses held direct sightlines indoors. Because observers could be anywhere, suspicion couldn't be contained. It spread outward, mapping directly onto immediate neighbors. Local police responded, but they faced a logistical hurdle. Securing a perimeter against an invisible threat is difficult. With no signs of forced entry, law enforcement had a crime scene with no physical boundaries. The atmosphere of Westfield changed. Residents began to lock their doors earlier and close their blinds. Neighbors who had lived side by side for years were now scrutinized as potential suspects. The watcher didn't need to enter the house to change the neighborhood. By weaponizing uncertainty, they turned common social interactions into moments of tactical scrutiny. Investigators were tasked with building a suspect matrix from thousands of local residents. Their only tangible evidence was the specific cadence and vocabulary of the typewritten notes. One theory centered on a jealous neighbor. The letters contained aggressive passages regarding the new owners bringing young blood and making renovations, pointing toward local resentment over the changing house. Another profile focused on an eccentric local. The author displayed an obsessive fixation on the house's history, citing decades of past ownership and framing themselves as the latest in a generational line of watchers. A third hypothesis suggested a hoax. This theory posited that financial stress or buyer's remorse drove the family to fabricate the letters themselves to create a legal path to void their purchase contract. Forensic analysis offered no breakthrough. Lab results on the envelopes showed no biological markers, no usable fingerprints, and no digital trail, leaving the investigation anchored solely to the text of the letters. The absence of forensic evidence elevated the profile of the perpetrator. The sterile envelopes suggested a disciplined individual executing a controlled psychological campaign. As weeks passed, the letters arrived more frequently. Their contents grew specific, mentioning family members by name and detailing their daily schedules. It was clear the watcher was close enough to observe their movements in real time. The family deployed countermeasures, including private security and extensive surveillance cameras. Yet months of recording yielded zero footage of physical intruders. Without a face to attach to the threats, the pressure mutated. The family began to imagine worst-case scenarios, where the psychological harassment escalated into physical destruction. The mental toll eventually broke their resolve. Prioritizing their safety over their investment, the family made the decision to never move into the house. The harassment campaign achieved its objective without a physical confrontation. The family eventually walked away from the property, leaving 657 Boulevard empty and their investment abandoned. Eventually, leads dried up. Suspects were cleared, and the letters stopped arriving. The official investigation eventually transitioned into a cold case. This created a vacuum. Without a resolution or an arrest, the anxiety never truly dissipated. It became a permanent part of the local lore. A shadow still hangs over 657 Boulevard. The property has changed hands, but the history remains. Anyone who lives in that house accepts that they share its history with an unknown observer. The letters introduced a lasting social friction to the block. Today, the community lives with the quiet understanding that the individual responsible likely still walks these same streets. It remains an unsettling mystery. Was it a jealous neighbor, an eccentric local, or a hoax designed to ruin a family's life? We may never know who was truly hiding in the shadows, keeping watch over 657 Boulevard. If this look into the darker side of human nature kept you engaged, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support allows us to analyze these case files and explore the intricacies of complex mysteries like this one. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the Watcher was a neighbor hiding in plain sight, or was this an elaborate hoax? Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next investigation.